Hey folks, welcome to the channel. So didn't intend to do this video, but I thought this might be a good one to do because somebody else might run into the same problem. A while back, I had to do some work on my jack. I had to replace this jack shaft right here. And when I did, I must have cross-threaded this front bolt and not known it. It tightened down fine. It was not a problem. I even went back and looked at the video footage to make sure that I didn't have a problem. And when I just went to take it out now to make the repair, I found out that I must have cross-threaded it. It came out very hard, and when I went to tighten it back up, it would not tighten. So this is the bolt that came out. The bolt is fine itself, but the threads inside the tongue of the trailer, the ones that are captured in there, have been stripped out. So I'm going to have to put new threads in. So how am I going to do this? Well, better yet, what caused this problem to begin with? So I was getting an intermittent current on my jack. I would go to raise it or lower it and it would work. Sometimes it would stop and then start again. And I noticed I was getting a little spark coming from one of the bolts down here. Really weird. I would change directions. I would go all the way down to be fine, to go to come back up, and this I'd get a quick little spark. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to catch my attention. And I figured out I've got a bad ground. So I decided to take the jack apart, take the shaft out, and then check to see what I can do to make a better ground. Clean it out under there, maybe put a thin film of dielectric grease in there just to kind of make a better current for the jack itself. That's when I found out I must have cross-threaded that bolt and stripped it out. So I'm going to go ahead and fix it right now. So let me show you what we're going to use to fix it. So I had to move up from what I had to the next size, and the next size of that is a 7/16 14, and it is a case hardened bolt. It's right here. Not super expensive. The bolt itself is only a few bucks. So I also had to buy a new tap. Not sponsored by any of these companies, by the way. Paid for all these with my own money. So I had to buy the 7/16 14 tap to go with it. And because I don't have a handle that size or anything that would fit it, I probably could have put a socket on there or something. I went ahead and bought the handle to go with it. Again, not sponsored by any of these companies, but I wanted to buy some decent tools because I have a feeling I might be needing them in the future, just in case I have to do the other ones. As you can see, I removed the jack shaft and I've taken a paper towel and cleaned this up a little bit. There was a lot of rust under here, but I'm going to get a wire brush to it. I'm going to make sure we get good contact down at each one of these little holes. This is the one in question, and I'm not sure why they had this little star washer on there. It was away from the factory. I'm going to omit it so I get a good contact all the way around. So I have a variety of things. I have a little wire brush. It's pretty worn out that I've used for this kind of purpose before. And I've got another one. This is the kind of thing you use for plumbing to clean off pipes and stuff. So I'm going to use this one on the outside just to make sure I can get this nice and clean. And I'm actually going to thread this one right down into the holes. Really clean those threads out. You can see it's really getting quite a bit of stuff out of there. This one's going to get tapped, so I'm not worried about that one. And I also brought a little bit of sandpaper. Just kind of work this in here. Just clean these up a little bit. Again, you can see how this one is wallered out quite a bit more than the other ones right here. This is the one that got stripped. So we're going to put new threads in there. This is just pushed down through. It's like a stamp that goes down through there. And there's no nut on the inside, so it's just threaded through the metal. So I'm hoping I've got enough meat on there, I think I do, to get a good contact and get some good threads in there. Let's find out. So I've got all my tools and stuff laid out here. I don't know if you can see this bolt that well, but you can tell the threads on here are cut down and kind of smashed from where it's been wallering out in the stripped out hole. And over here, for comparison, this is one that is not stripped. And you can see kind of that these threads are much cleaner and much sharper on here. I am going to clean this little bit of rust off here before I put it back in. And it's amazing that these things rusted as much as they did, because I did have a little bit of grease on them. So I have to move up to the next size bolt, and it's significantly bigger, but I think it's going to be fine. I think there's plenty of meat left on the trailer tongue itself. I'm going to put this bolt out of the way so it doesn't get confused. And this is what's going in there, and it is the same case hardened bolt. It just happens to be gold, different type of zinc treatment on it. So I'm going to set this out of the way for now, and we're going to start working with our tap. So if you've ever used a tap before, then you're going to know this procedure, and this will just be a review for you. You can fast forward to the next part if you want. But if you haven't, let me just go through the components. This is the actual tap. This is the proper size for the bolt. You have to make sure you have the right size tap for the right size bolt, and that it fits the application. And then this is the handle that goes with it, and you have to have the right size handle to go with the tap. I know people that put these things in sockets and use ratchets and everything else to make it work. I like to do it with the handles, and you simply put it in the end just like this. It's shaped like a square, and the end is square. Put them together, and then you just tighten this down good and snug, and it holds the tap in there for you just like that. Want it nice and snug. Now, you don't want to just go at this thing without putting any protection on it or any oil. So we are going to use oil. We're going to just use some simple old 3-in-1, good old-fashioned 3-in-1 oil. So I like to just put a couple of drops on the tap itself. This is just how I was taught, and then put a couple of drops on the metal itself. Don't have to go crazy with the oil, but you definitely want to get some going in there. And then you just start putting your tap in the hole and letting it grab. And as you go in, you're going to back it off. You're going to go back in some more. And you're going to back it off. And you're going to go back in some. And again, work it in. Back it back out. And you just keep repeating this process until you get all the way in, as deep as you want it to be. And you're cutting the metal away as you go each time. So what you don't want to do is try to force this tap through the metal. If it's not going through with a moderate amount of force, stop. You might have to drill the hole out. You don't want to put too much pressure on these, because they will snap. And if they snap off in there, you've got a world of problems drilling it out, because it is a very hard steel. So once you get the tap through, it'll just start threading through on its own. You're going to thread it all the way down to the end, and then you're going to bring it right back out. Clean those threads out, and that job is done. And that was just about the right amount of force to get this through. It'll drop oil on there. I'm going to go ahead and run the tap back through again and just clean out anything that needs to be cleaned out. It should go right through this time. And that is going to be fresh threads drilled into that metal. So we have put new threads in that existing hole, and I can look in there and see there's plenty of meat, plenty of metal, and it went in there just fine. So we're going to thread the new bolt in so you can see, and it threads in there beautifully. So that problem has been solved. And I did go ahead and clean up the other threads on here as well. And I can see in there they're nice and clean. I've cleaned the surface off really well. So we have good metal to metal contact on everything. I think we're not going to have a problem anymore with our ground. But we are going to make sure that we get a nice bite somewhere on this metal to get a good ground. I think that's why they had that star washer under there, so it bit into the metal and made metal to metal contact. And the problem is that star washer has turned to nothing but rust, and it's not doing its job anymore. So we're going to come up with a better solution. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with putting everything back together. I just wanted to show you the procedure of using a tap to put threads in metal should you strip out some threads trying to put something together. Don't panic. It's not the end of the world. As long as you have plenty of meat left in that metal to work with, you can drill it out and tap new threads in. You might not even have to drill it out. I didn't have to in this case. And I was able to fit the next size up bolt. Now you're going to need to go to the hardware store, talk to somebody that knows what they're doing. Do your research, make sure you're getting the right size hardware, and that if you need case hardened hardware, that's what you're buying. Remember, not all bolts are the same. So with that, I'm going to wrap this one up, and I want to say thank you for watching. Hope you got something from it. Remember, life is all about the journey. Stay safe out there. We'll see you in the next one.